For the last 2 years, for the most part, we have lived without the gift of touch. It has been dangerous to touch another person. It has been dangerous to allow another person to touch you. We have been told not to reach out, but to stay in and stay safe. However, in the gospel today, we hear of the people's pursuit of Jesus in order that he might heal the sick. And what is very clear is that the people only desired to touch Jesus rather than even have the expectation that he would touch them. Even to get touching the edge of Jesus' cloak was enough for the people to be satisfied that this would cure them. And in all relationships, we can often take things for granted and consciously or subconsciously have an expectation of how things should be. Many friendships and relationships have broken down because of this. It's not unusual for family members or friends not to be speaking, and when they examine why they're not speaking, they may not even remember. Reacting in the wrong way on one occasion can set off a series of events that leave people estranged and separated. Something like not speaking to someone that you pass in the supermarket can just escalate. You may not have seen them because you were preoccupied with something that was going on in your life, or you may only have been wondering, had you enough money with you for what you needed? But the next time then you meet the person that you didn't speak to, they don't speak to you. And so it goes on and on and on and on. And for us as Christians, we must always be prepared to reach out. We must always be prepared to be the first to speak, the first to apologize, the first to recognize that others may be suffering in some way that we don't even know. We basically need to be constantly aware of the stresses of life that others may be carrying and have the freedom and confidence to ask, "How are you?" In our reaching out to others, we will be rewarded like the people in today's gospel who were healed by just getting to touch the fringe of Jesus' garments. And someone told me recently that in prayer we should be like beggars with our hands open and reaching out to God. None of us like to refer to ourselves that we have, then we can very easily come to expect from God what is not our entitlement. And as we know from our human relationships, unless we are prepared to reach out, then we can become estranged, and we can even estrange ourselves from God. And this is in no way how God desires us to be at any time, but the freedom he has given us requires us to recognize our poverty and to pray as a beggar in order to remain in relationship with him. This evening, as we pray, aware of our poverty, for all those enrolled in the Matt Talbot Prayer Society, we ask for Matt Talbot's intercession to allow them to reach out and touch Jesus as Matt Talbot did, to be healed, to be freed from addiction. Lord, I am yours. Do with me what you will.